Hey yo, Champions fam, it's Crown Era's very own The Bad Guy, Zeke 4-0, back with a brand new video, and I am here today to proudly debut a brand new series on the channel, which I am proudly crowning Class of Champions 101. Basically, in this series, we are going to cover different champions, different free to play and pay to play units. We're going to break down their class, break down their health points, their overall talent at 3-star gold and 4-star gold. We're going to cover their move sets. We're going to cover their tag links as well as their trainer abilities. And we are going to help you maximize your roster, whether you be free to play or pay to play. Now, first and foremost, the website that I am on is the website to be on if you are a Champions player, and that is WWE Champions Guide. Type in WWE-champions.guide, and this will bring you here where you can learn about any champion, any trainer ability, find out about what's going on in the store, find out what feuds and blitzes are coming up. This is the place to be at. So I'm going to make sure to leave a link in the description below so that you can educate yourself and pass that knowledge on to your fellow faction mates. But let's go ahead and get started by me clarifying one key thing that needs to be known. It doesn't matter how big your roster is, no matter what, you're always going to be limited to 6 MP trainers. 6 gem generation trainers and 6 gem destruction trainers. And with the meta always reshaping and shifting and going here and there, up and down with tier lists all over the place, it's time for everyone to take a step back and understand what they have right in front of them. The truth is, any champion can beat another champion. It might be a pain in the ass. You might not get 3 stars on every single match, but as long as you walk away with the W, you know the worth of your roster, and that is what I'm here for. So we're going to cover stats for The Rock at 3-star gold as well as 4-star gold, and we're going to go ahead and walk through his move set, and we're just going to get you situated so you can know how to run Rock the proper way or maximize your versatility and usage of the Rock depending on what comes in the future. So let's go ahead and get this started. Now, being a showboat, showboats are always going to be the tanks of the 6 classes. They are always going to be high in the health, but they suck at getting out of pins. So it is always best to play it safe with a showboat. Now, sometimes they come with a certain move that's going to help benefit them, such as reinforced gems, making it easier to cycle wild cards or, row breaks. They have heal gems to get their health back. They also can use protect gems to take down tougher opponents and basically maximize the damage so it makes it near impossible for the opponent to get out of the pin. So let's rock and roll and let's go. Now, at 3-star gold, he is going to be at a max level of 120. Now, his overall talent is going to be 7,689. His health is going to be 128,304. His red and green gem damage is going to be 728. His black and purple gem damage is going to be 1,013. His blue gem damage is going to be 1,387. And finally, his yellow gem is going to be doing 1,665. Now, if we go to 4-star gold and move up, his max level is going to be 180 with an overall of 13,633 and a whopping 475,289 health. His red and green gem damage is going to be 1,456. His black and purple gem damage is going to be 2,026. His blue gem damage is going to be 2,774. And finally, his yellow gem damage is going to be 3,330. Now, this may seem like a lot, but trust me, strikers are the hardest hitting gem damage hitters. There's no way around it. They have the highest gem damage out of all the classes, but showboats have that health so they can deal with them. They're basically like natural enemies, but you also want to keep in mind that showboats are also very weak against acrobats because acrobats are way faster at getting their moves and throwing showboats off their game. So let's continue, shall we? When it comes to his move set, he's got a couple. First and foremost is going to be the finisher, the People's Elbow. It's going to deal damage and destroy a random area of gems and then go for the pin. Just because you get the pin doesn't mean you get the win off the first try. Followed by that is going to be a blue move, the Rock Bottom, which is going to be a choose yellow move. Then we have the Samoan drop, a black move. And as you can see, he has another choose move, but this time it's for heal gems to get his health back. We have a secondary yellow move in the backbreaker, which is basically a defensive move. Every champion has a weird move that everyone looks at, like where I'm going to use this. This is a situational move. Backbreaker is basically going to be used against strikers who use and apply power gems. So guys like Striker Goldust, guys like Sting the Icon, guys like Carl Anderson, this is going to be the perfect answer to this because he's going to convert those power gems into protect gems. And it says convert all power gems into protect gems. So for those guys who have a giant row, who make rows upon rows of power gems, this is the answer to this. This is the answer to Ricky the Steamboat Legend Striker. Y'all need to think about that. It's only situational, so use it when you have to, then swap it out. Followed by that is another blue move, which is the People's Punches, which is going to deal damage and increase your yellow gem damage by 50% for 2 turns, giving you enough time to 2-turn somebody. You see where we're going? And finally, the 4-star move is the Spine Buster, dealing damage and making random black gems into blue gems. Now, there's many ways that you can run The Rock. And this is where we're going to start getting to the bread and butter of things. But let's go over his trainers. The ideal trainers for The Rock are these guys here. Jerry the King Lawler, Blue MP. Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler is going to be generating yellow gems for that choose move. Jerry the King Lawler, Trickster, is going to be getting those blue moves off for you fast. Bray Wyatt, Striker, is going to be getting off your black moves sooner than other times would happen. Now, here are the unique ones that some people may not think about. We have John Cena, Showboat, who's going to make yellow gems do 35% more damage. We got Dean Ambrose, Striker, who's going to make black moves deal 45% more damage. Darren Young, Acrobat, who's going to make blue moves deal 45% more damage. Seth, we got, he's coming up. Seth is coming. Big E, the New Day, yellow moves also do 45% more damage. And finally, Seth Rollins, who's going to generate more blue gems. Now, the reason why all these dudes are pivotal is that most of these guys are actually free to play. You can pull Lawler, Bray, Ziggler, as well as Darren Young, and you get Seth Rollins TP out of free bags. So, come on. Like, literally, all these other guys are basically in the premium chips. Dean Ambrose and Big E, you might pull them on a mega superstar banner, and you're probably going to be pulling for a feature 3-star and end up getting them instead. So it's not difficult at all to get these champions. They are all basically available to you if you're able to do it. Or you can catch a coin pull, a banner with a coin pull on it where you use your coins, and you can easily pick those guys up. Now, there's multiple move sets here, and what I would do when it comes to The Rock, People's Champ, I easily when I look at it, the People's Elbow, the yellow finisher, the Rock Bottom, the yellow choose move, and the People's Punches, which allows you to increase your yellow gem damage. Now, by having Lawler and Ziggler on there, that's guaranteeing you're going to get your People's Punches off. You always launch that first. You hit the People's Punches, boost his yellow gem damage. You hit the choose move, but basically the deal more damage, and then you hit the finisher, and hopefully your finisher destroys an area with blue gems and yellow gems, so you can basically recycle. That is the one way to run him. Now, another cool way to run The Rock is this. You use the Rock Bottom as the finisher instead, and then you run the double black. So in this case, you'd still run Ziggler for the choose move, but you have Bray on there now. So Bray basically is able to turn get you your heal gems so you can choose and get your health back. And he also turns some gems from black into blue so that you can go ahead and get your Rock Bottom off. So it still flows. Another cool way to run him would be the People's Elbow as the finisher again, the Backbreaker, which is going to convert those power gems into protect gems, and finally the Rock Bottom, which is going to feed into the 2 yellows. So that's a one way you can go about it. If you have Enzo, you can easily run Enzo and do the double yellow, or you can keep Lawler on him and you can basically run that situation with the choose move to basically get the other 2 yellows off. Because trust me, hitting a choose move, getting a bunch of protect gems out of power gems, especially when they're now guys like like Carl Anderson who make lines of those, and you're turning all those power gems into protect gems and hitting a finisher that's going to destroy a random area, trust me, somebody's going night-night. Doesn't matter who you are. And there's just multiple ways to build it. You can even run the Spine Buster alongside, you can basically run the Spine Buster alongside the People's Punches and the Rock Bottom. And this is the situation where you can literally run Bray and Seth NXT. Bray's the black, so you can get that Spine Buster off fast. Seth NXT makes the blue gems from the black, and then you're basically rolling with it now with the People's Punches and the Rock Bottom. But it even gets further interesting when it comes to the Rock, because like I showed, there's different champions for different situations. So we got our move guys in black, double black moves. Okay, we run Dean. Double blue moves, we run Darren Young. Double yellow moves, we run Big E. Because not everyone's going to be taking their MPs off of their main guys, so you always want a solid alternative. Now, another cool way to run the Rock, and this is the one that I think is going to be very, very clutch. If you don't want to give up Dolph Ziggler, you could easily run Jerry the King Lawler for your blue and run John Cena Showboat for that yellow gem damage, because think about it. If the People's Punches is already putting your yellow gems up to 50%, more damage, and then you have the freaking yellow gem damage doing 35%, come on now. Come on, that's 85% more damage for your yellow gems. And when he hits that wild card, the Rock is going to be a problem. Now, when it comes to his links, he has some unique links, but his trainer ability is far more enticing. He generates more heal gems. This goes for guys and gals. So Naomi, Acrobat, she could capitalize from using the Rock. Then you got guys like DZ, Acrobat, Ziggler. You got Rock's longtime friend, Mankind, who also uses heal gems. You got guys like Sami Zayn, who also use heal gems. So this is a very, very good ability for champions that need to stay in the fray, just because they can't make up for the power, but they can make up for it with the longevity by continuously getting their health back with more gems down on the board. Then when it comes to his tag links are lackluster. And one thing we're going to learn from these series of videos is that links are crucial. If some champions, no matter how you speak it, if they don't have a show link like a Raw or SmackDown, ECW, WCW, that +1, it makes a huge difference. Just like there's certain links where you match gems and it gives you a certain color MP. These things are clutch. These are very clutch. And there's other links too where you're able to generate more of a certain color gem to help you out. So this is where he kind of is very, very lackluster. And to address something, I feel, since he was a former member of the Nation of Domination, now that you have Farouk, now that you got Mark Henry redesign, who we will be covering in the future, shout out to the boy Lucario 23, the sweeper, and now that you have Great One Rock, you got Mark Henry, Great One Rock, and Farouk, all three members of Nation of Domination. What do they all have in common? They all have red moves. They all rely on red MP. So, Scopely, champions, make that happen. Nation of Domination link, +1 red MP. A lot of your links need to be redesigned. So hopefully someone who works for you is watching these videos and is learning something new today, because there's going to be a couple of links that I'm going to address and a couple of champions that could become very, very useful if you did their links right. But ultimately, that is the Rock in a nutshell, y'all. Decent links with gems do 5% more damage with Modern Era. Blood and Brothers, he's basically taking less damage from blue, since Acrobats are the Achilles heel to Showboats. His trainer ability, pretty clutch, pretty solid, but selective. Not everybody can use him. Enzo, how you doing? Had to mention you, of course. And when it comes to his trainer setup, multiple builds, and I'm probably even missing some people, but literally you could put Seth NXT on him for blue gems, move damage from Big E, Young, Ambrose, yellow gem damage from Showboat Cena, MP and Lawler and Wyatt, and Gem Generation also from Dolph Ziggler with the yellow. He has crazy move sets, multiple move sets. You can run the double black, you can run the double yellow, you can run the double blue. They all flow. They all make sense for what you are looking for and what you're aiming for. And inevitably, just look at the end game if you did decide to take him up. 13K, 400,000 plus health. You are not losing within an investment like that, especially if you're going to go the free to play route. So know this: bad times don't last, but crown ones do, and always and forevermore, bad guys do too. I hope you enjoyed the very first episode 1 of Classic Champions 101. Let me know in the comments below what your build is for The Rock. If you use The Rock, if you were curious about him, and now do you want to give him a shot? Do you want to give the People's Champ a shot at an opportunity to make your roster better? And always, always, mad love to WWE Champions Guide for having all the best intel and information for everything that you need to know when it comes to the different champions of the game. So until next time, y'all, mad love. Peace.